Jennifer Seger, and you are watching the Seger Stories. Welcome back to the channel and day 3 of our cruise. So if you haven't been watching my channel, or if you're new here, my husband Nate and I are on a Disneyland and Sea trip. We spent 5 days in the Disney parks and then boarded a cruise for 3 days in the Caribbean. So today is the last day, day 3 of our cruise, but it is the most exciting day because we are at Castaway Cay, which is Disney's private island. So the cruise director just came on board and gave us an announcement that we do need to join a virtual queue in order to debark. Does anybody else have trouble with debark? It feels like it should be disembark, but I've read several times that it's debark. So I'm just gonna say get off the ship. But we just looked, there are 176 people ahead of us in the queue, so we should have plenty of time to go and grab a bite to eat. We just got cleared by customs to start getting off the ship here. It's about 8:40 a.m. We did dock this morning at 7:30. We were actually sleeping in and we heard a little bit of a shudder and we were like kids on Christmas morning. We were like, oh my gosh, did we dock? And we ran to our balcony and we were able to see us coming into port here at Castaway Cay. So we are, needless to say, super duper excited. We do have some fun things planned for today. We purchased a Castaway Cay getaway package, which includes some bike rentals. We're gonna try out some snorkeling and then have some floaties in the water, just not arm floaties for little kids, like inner tubes for adults. Anyway, we're super excited to get off the ship. First, let's go grab some breakfast at Cabanas. Before we do that, I'm gonna ask that you click that thumbs up button below to like this video, and please subscribe to the channel. A lot of Disney fun happening here. I'm starving, can't wait to go find those Mickey waffles this morning. Well, no Mickey waffles this morning, but I did see some regular pancakes and French toast and waffles and things. But I got some scrambled eggs, bacon, sausage, hash brown croissant, and then they also serve you fresh fruit and you can pick what you want. I got a little bit of grapefruit, pineapple, honeydew melon, and some watermelon, and then coffee. They pour the cream and everything in there for you. So it's still kind of behind this gated station where you have to get everything. I think Nate pretty much got the same things that I got there, so we're not very adventurous this morning. So it is raining right now, just kind of sprinkling on and off. They're hoping that the weather will clear up in about 30 minutes. We have time to eat and get off the ship. Hopefully it'll get sunny today and we'll have a great day. They may be some passing showers. They're kind of watching to see if they hold off, but you get what you get when it comes to island weather, right? The queue to get off the ship actually went really quickly, and we had to take ourselves out of the queue just a couple times to finish up breakfast. So it was moving really fast, especially as we got past, you know, the initial few minutes when you could get off the ship. And I was a little curious about towels and how that was going to be managed on the island, but they let us know that we could have as many towels as we wanted for our parties. So Nate and I each got a couple just to cover our snorkeling and swimming trips, and we picked those up right as we were getting off the ship. You could also pick up, if you purchased a water or beer package, in coolers right there next to the towels. So getting onto the island is super exciting. We are so happy to be here. We did read up a little bit on it, and one of the tips is to make sure and take the tram, because there is a walking path, but it's further than you think. So we definitely took that advice and waited to get on the tram to head to the island. There are a few different stops on the tram, and the first is Scuttle's Cove and then Pelican Point, and then you actually switch to a different tram to go over to Serenity Bay, which is the adults only beach area. So we didn't get off at Scuttle's Cove because we had our excursion package. We want to first get our bikes and explore the island a little bit. I think it's a 1.5 mile loop. but it will take you up to an observation tower, which we were super excited to explore. And riding along, it was just such a gorgeous day. So it didn't take us very long at all to get over to the observation tower. And we were lucky as we were getting there. We didn't meet too many people on the bike path, and we were virtually alone when we got to the observation tower, so it was pretty cool. The views up here are just absolutely phenomenal, and I thought it was really cool that we could just see all the way around a complete panoramic view, and then also got a little peek at our ship from up here as well. After our bike ride back to Pelican Point again, we stopped at Flippers and Floats to pick up our snorkel gear. They actually make you wear a life vest, which I've never worn a life vest before, but Nate got all suited up, as did I, and we jumped in the water to see what we could find. I'll have to say, as far as snorkeling, they did put some things underwater. We saw Dumbo and a sunken ship, but as far as seeing any fish, there's no reef area, at least in the family beach area, which we were snorkeling at, so the fish that we saw were pretty minimal. And afterwards, I actually had brought gum because I hate the saltwater taste and completely forgot it on the ship. So we had to stop and get a smoothie from Summertime Freeze. And they actually had these Sven or Olaf to-go mugs. You could get regular glasses too, but we of course had to get a Sven to come home with us. And then we went over to catch the tram to go over to Serenity Bay, and the wind was picking up. So we had some trouble securing our towels, and things were a little windy, but it was still just a gorgeous, gorgeous day. And Sven was really enjoying being on the beach today. He really liked that. Before we got out into the water, because it was right about lunchtime, we decided to go over to Serenity Bay Barbecue, which is the buffet style, but they serve it for you food. And of course it is adults only because we're on that adults only side of the island. But they had some picnic tables set up, and we're very much staying social distance. Face coverings were required even though we were outside. And they, again, serve the food for you. So it is buffet style, but you tell them what you want, and they'll serve your plate up. All right, we're both through the line at Serenity Bay Barbecue, and they give you, they ask you what condiments you want. So I got all the toppings for a burger, a hamburger, little corn on the cob. Then I'm trying some corn salad, some mac salad, and then just a little bit of Caribbean jerk chicken. It's hard to say. And then they had a whole other thing for dessert and fruit, and even though I kept asking for just a little, they gave me a lot. The only thing they listened is one thing of watermelon, but I kept saying one thing of pineapple, and he put 2 on. And then there is in the middle here just a whole condiment station, and they're even serving the condiments for you. So very safe and social distance here, but I'm excited to dig in. How's the corn, Nate? Good. After lunch, we went out into the water for a little bit, but it was just getting so windy, we decided to take the tram back over to Scuttle's Cove, and we explored a little bit and looked at some shops, and then just decided to head back to the ship about 3 o'clock so we could maybe get a little bit of rest before the evening activities, because it has been a long week, and just being outside all day, just feel like it really takes it out of you. But we took our time getting back to the ship because it is just so beautiful, and I thought it was so unique to be able to see the ship and kind of focus in on some of the details. Even on the outside, the theming is just incredible. So we had fun getting back. Sven was excited to get back on the ship as well, and we took some fun pictures. Hello, I have nap hair and nap face. It is just about 5:15, I think. Nate and I just woke up from a wonderful nap. We stayed on the island until about I'm not sure when we left. We got back on the ship or to our room about 3:30, a little after 3:30 today, and we showered and we took a much deserved and needed nap. It felt really, really good. I didn't pick up the camera too much this afternoon. It was hard to have like our non-waterproof camera out on the water, and our waterproof camera died after all of our snorkeling adventure today. So we just had kind of a relaxing afternoon after lunch. We did go out into the water a little bit, but the wind had picked up quite a bit, and so we didn't even bother with our flotation rentals for two reasons. One, we saw some other people struggling with them because the water was starting to get almost, I mean, white caps. I mean, those waves were coming in. And then two, I just know me and I used to live by the ocean. I'm prone to seasickness if the waves are like that, and if I'm in any flotation device, no matter how shallow the water, if I'm not upright with my feet touching the ground, I start not feeling good. So it was okay though. We still actually saved money by booking early and doing just the snorkeling and the bike rental without even that added flotation device rental. So it's still a fun excursion that I would recommend. So we just got done with our nap. We might go grab something to drink quick, and then we have to get ready because we have our Mousequerade party tonight, which is a costume party on the ship. Because this is Halloween on the High Seas cruise, there was a costume Mousequerade party either the first night we were on the ship, or we would go to the show, or then the last night we would go to the show or put on our costumes tonight. So we chose tonight. I'm super excited about it, and I'll check in with you in a little bit. Hey, Mike, come here. You want to go to a costume party, buddy?
I'm Mike Wazowski.
So we are ready to head out to our Mouseketeer party. It is hard to see in this thing. How are you doing?
I'm good.
There's your eye. These costumes are cracking me up. So when we got the email from Disney that we should bring a costume, I went, of course, on Amazon, and all of the cute costumes, because we were, well, I'll say what we were gonna be, because maybe we'll be that at some other future something, but all the princessy costumes and whatnot, the cute ones, the ones that probably aren't gonna make us melt outdoors in the Caribbean, were like 50 bucks a piece, and we got these puppies for 25 bucks each. So I'll link them below. They're super fun. We're really only gonna wear them for a few hours, but it's fun to take part in the magic and all the fun activities that they have planned here on the ship. So we're headed to a party. Okay, so we are back from the party. It was okay. It was a little disappointing because not many people dressed up. And I kind of wondered about that because there was nothing on the Disney Cruise Line itinerary, like prior to walking on board the ship. Like pretty much it started showing up the itinerary like the morning of the cruise, and we had just gotten an email saying that there would be a costume party and to bring a costume, but then nothing ever showed up that it was happening. And it's just, I wonder if some people kind of second guessed the email and didn't bring costumes, or if people just didn't intend to dress up, which is fine. There were little kids dressed up, but not as many as I would have thought. And then adults, I mean, there was a few others dressed up, but again, it wasn't a majority. So it also was pretty short. It didn't last longer than I'd say 20 minutes, but we got to see all the characters in their costumes. And they tried to make it fun for the kids with the little dance party and things. It was really, really windy up on deck, which is just a carryover from being on Castaway Cay, and we can feel it on the ship tonight that it is pretty windy out there. When we looked out before the sun went down, we saw some white caps again out on the water. So I was worried that we were going to be like really, really warm in our basically fur onesie costumes, but we were just fine. I mean, the breeze was great, and kind of the hood helped from my hair flying all over the place. So anyway, it didn't last very long. Usually the shows have been lasting and it gives us about an hour or so before dinner, but we were back in our stateroom by, I'd say, 6:45. So I started doing a little bit of, I'll say, packing or kind of gathering, getting ready to pack. And we spoke with our stateroom host to confirm the time that our bags need to be outside our door in order for the porters to take them. Basically, we'll meet our bags again when we debark the ship. And we had confirmed with guest services, you actually need to make an appointment with guest services. Due to COVID restrictions, they don't want people standing in a line, so we make an appointment and go over and chat with them. We did that yesterday, and they confirmed that while they had hoped to have the program up and running that would collect your stateroom bags and check them into the airline for you, they did not get clearance to do so. So really it's picking up the bags, and then we would just go to breakfast. We're scheduled at Royal Palace for breakfast and meet our bags at the start of the ship. So we were basically on the fence as to whether we wanted to do that or just keep our bags with us tonight, because otherwise we'd have to have them outside our stateroom at 10:30, which is coming up pretty soon here, and we have dinner, you know, at 8:15. We're usually not done with dinner till 9:30. And we ran into our stateroom host, who told us that they usually work until 11 collecting the bags, but you can get an exception, and there is a gentleman that works the overnight shift to collect bags for people that aren't going to be ready at 10:30 or 11 o'clock tonight. And so he put our names down for that, so we can pack and give a call to guest services whenever we're done and let them know, hey, the bags are sitting outside our room. And then we just take our carry-ons and go to breakfast. And then each group is assigned a character. We are the yellow Goofy character, so we put all those tags on our bags. And when they call Goofy, then we'll debark the ship and collect our bags. And then we are taking Disney transportation back to the airport. So we just kind of need to carry our bags from the ship to the transportation, and then we'll collect them again at the airport and get all checked in. So that's kind of the logistics of how all of this is working. It would be so nice, I'm not gonna lie, to set our bags out there and not see them again until we land in Minnesota, but it's not a service that is up and running right now. So we have dinner tonight at Royal Palace, which I'm really, really looking forward to. Super excited about it. We've been checking out their menu options. We're really, really hungry. We are dressed in our dinner attire. Didn't want to go as monsters. Mike and Sully were not going to dinner. It looks fancy. It's kind of princess themed. I'm earring it up, as Nate says tonight. These are my new ears that I just got in the France Pavilion in Epcot, so I was super excited to be able to wear them. And yeah, we're gonna go to dinner, maybe check out what activities are happening on the ship, and then we've got a lot of packing in our future. So I'll check in with you at the restaurant. So we had a quick stop up to the room because I had my second contact malfunction of the day. So rocking my glasses. Tonight also forgot to put my ears back on, but still in the Disney spirit. We just made it to Royal Palace. I am loving, here's Nate. I am loving this restaurant. It's very fancy. It feels very regal. I feel like I am dining in a castle, which is, I think, what they're intended. The servers have their, I don't know if you call it livery or whatever, just like the palace, and it's really cool. So I'm excited for our meals to come out because I am gonna try escargot for the first time. Always wanted to try that ever since I saw Pretty Woman. I know you're with me. So we're doing that, and Nate's getting some fried brie. Both sound amazing. We're super hungry. Did I mention that already? So we're really excited for a good meal. So Nate's dinner just came out. He's displaying, he got the fried brie, and this is my escargot. I thought it would look different, honestly. I wasn't sure what to expect. I didn't know if I'd see some shell, but here it is. I'm gonna try it for the first time. go. Cheers. That's actually really, really good. It just tastes like garlic butter. Can't really taste anything fishy at all, so I'm a big fan. Tried escargot and like it. Do you want to try it, Nate? You were taking a long time to figure out how you feel about this. Like a long time. Like an unnatural amount of time to say how you feel about it.
Alright. Great.
All that for all right. My goodness, it's Rapunzel! Hi! My French onion soup has just arrived. It looks phenomenal. And just keeping you informed, Nate got potato leek because he wanted to try something different and we both wanted French onions. So he's a trooper and is taking one for the team. All right, our entrees just arrived and Nate is having the Chateaubriand filet, I believe. I'm having the lamb, which looks just amazing. It's got some Brussels sprouts, potatoes, mint jelly. We're super excited to dig in. Looks so good. So dessert has arrived. Nate got the souffle with the Grand Marnier creme anglaise. And I got the Tahitian vanilla creme brulee and coffee because Nate thinks he's dragging me to trivia at 10:15. So one of the lounges is hosting movie quotes trivia, so I have my caffeine, my coffee, and we got over here. It's filling up decently. Should be a pretty good crowd. Our food was phenomenal. I realized I didn't talk much about how it tasted, but we loved absolutely every single bite. I think it's my favorite restaurant.
You call that a knife? That's not a knife. This is a knife. Crocodile Dundee. He's got a great accent going on at the front. I'm loving it. Number 15. You can't handle the truth. Jack Nicholson in A Few Good Men.
Hey, we got one.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
Number 17. You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Batman.
Jack Nicholson in Batman. What the Okay. At least he's got the trivia with like 5 Will Ferrell quotes. I could have gotten those. That exists as well.
We're back. Look at our little puppy friend. I think that's a puppy. Is that a puppy?
It might be.
So I've already dug into our chocolate tonight because I need the energy. I've got a lot of packing to do. We were talking with our server tonight because they are also going to be our server in the morning. We are going to the same restaurant, Royal Palace, in the morning for breakfast. Our, what is it called? Our navigation app says we should be there at 8:25, but our server told us we could really show up anytime after 8 a.m. And we explained to him what we would talk to our stateroom host about leaving the bags to be picked up whenever we get done packing tonight. And he said we were really lucky. We have to sign up for that by 10 p.m. and the list fills up because there's only so many people that they will allow to keep their bags longer. So we're lucky and fortunate that we're on that list because they would have had to have been picked up already. And we are just getting back to the room after pub trivia, which was, it was kind of fun. Some of the questions were really challenging. And there was this guy behind us that was, I don't know what you call it, like, not heckling, but like arguing all the questions. Like the quote was, "You killing me, Smalls?" And he's arguing that's from a movie other than Sandlot. And we're like, what? No, that's like famously from Sandlot. He also claimed that You Talking to Me, which is Robert De Niro in Taxi. We got it correct. He's claiming that's from Goodfellas. And I'm like, Goodfellas is like one of my favorite movies. I know it by heart. He does not say that. But he argued enough until he got the extra point. So anyway, it was kind of amusing, but I don't like when people don't play by the rules a little bit. So he cheated. Anyway, a lot of packing to do tonight. I'm not gonna end this vlog quite yet because tomorrow's not a full day. We are just debarking the ship. Still sounds like it should be disembarking, but we are debarking. So I want to take you along just for our morning breakfast and debarkation, and then I will sign off. So just for tonight anyway, we're gonna get all packed and I'll be back soon. So good morning. We just woke up and we are back at Port Canaveral. Kind of a sad day. But we are ready to get home. We were docked this morning, so all of the pictures and texts that we got from our friend who's watching Ruby came in, and we both got just really homesick and can't wait to be back and see our puppy. So it's a bittersweet day, I guess. We are just about ready to leave the room. We did end up setting our bags out last night. I packed until 1 o'clock. We were determined to just keep our carry-ons to the things that we brought in our carry-ons and not worry about putting in like our souvenirs and things, and I bought mugs. So we were futzing with the scale and kind of moving things back and forth until we got them, because one was like way over 50 pounds and then I'd like overcorrect. Anyway, it took some doing, but we got our bags. One's 48, one's 49 pounds. We figured it out, and they're a little heavier. We're going home with some treasures, but we got them out in the hall. We called guest services, and she actually said there was no need to call. They do like one last round at 4:30, 4 a.m. this morning and would see any bags that were left over. So they've taken our bags. We will meet them when we come down the gangway to get off the ship. But first we are going to Royal Palace for breakfast. Super excited, but I did confirm last night with our server, no Mickey waffles. They had them yesterday for breakfast. So at least I had some when we were at Caribbean Beach Resort. They were super yummy. I was looking forward to them, but oh well, next trip I suppose. Let's go to breakfast. All right, we just got to Royal Palace, our same table as last night. Probably no princesses this morning. And the most important thing is the coffee, and we're getting some assorted pastries and things coming to the table. Look how cute. We have another little tuxedo napkin. I just love this restaurant. I think it was my favorite of all of the restaurants. Like the theming, it was just really kind of ritzy. And what was your favorite?
Animator's Palette was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was cool with Crush talking at Animator's Palette. That was fun.
Yeah, I felt like they went out of their way for that.
Yeah. I wish we had like 5 more nights and we could like go to everything again. 5 is a random number that doesn't divide easily amongst 3, but you get my point. Anyway, super excited for hopefully some yummy things this morning. We had the QR code again for the menu, so we scanned that, and I think I'm getting the chef's farewell, which is a little different. It's got barbecue chicken and peppers in it. Nate, did you decide what you're getting yet?
Yeah, probably the eggs for the road.
Eggs?
Just like just basic eggs and hash browns and meat.
Pretty basic.
Yeah.
Nate's a pretty basic meat and potatoes Minnesota guy. They just brought us an assortment of donuts, croissants, and I think there's Danish in there, muffin, breakfast pastries, basically. We are gonna be full before we even get our meal today, but this looks so good. What'd you get, Nate?
Scrambled eggs, hash browns,
and I got the chef's farewell, which is barbecue chicken, peppers, and Swiss cheese with eggs, hash brown, and I'm getting some ketchup with it. Nate got a little toast. We are gonna be well fed for this ride home, and then flight home, and all the different transportation that we need to get home. So we're gonna eat breakfast here, and then we're just kind of hanging out. They did announce everybody could debark the ship, but we are waiting for our luggage group to be called, which is Yellow Goofy, some combination of that. So they will call that, and then we'll be able to go through customs and get off the ship. So we needed to have our key to the world cards, and I have my ID in here too. We need to show proof of citizenship before we're getting off. And then, yeah, it's just a travel day. We have quite a long day. We've got an hour ride to the airport. We're gonna try to check our bags, and then we've got actually a 5-hour layover, kind of depending on when we get in. Our flight doesn't leave until 6 p.m. tonight, and we should be, by all estimates, back at the airport by like 11. Is kind of what people have told us. So I don't know if we'll hang out at the airport or maybe try to go somewhere else, but I think I am going to sign off on this vlog here, because this has been a long day and a morning of this last vlog of our trip. But I do hope that you enjoyed watching. If you liked the video, please click that thumbs up button below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. This is the last of the Disney videos where we're in the parks or visiting places, but I do plan on doing just some follow-up videos with some things I learned and wish I'd known, and maybe even a little bit of a Disney haul for you. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.